Watts Entertainment, and I'm your host, Bernard Watts. I want to thank you for tuning in to this broadcast. If you don't mind, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that bell notification to let you know whenever I go live or drop a video, if you don't mind. I appreciate that. Today, we're going to talk about Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes. And do you remember when Coach Prime went on national TV in that interview, when Oregon thumped him, he said, hey, you better get me now because next year won't be like this. Well, we have gotten through the 2023 season, and now we're headed into the 2024 season. Now we finna see what this Colorado team is going to be like. It's time for put up or shut up. That's what it is, man. Coach Prime went on Stephen A. Smith show and said, hey, if you're going to criticize me, if you're going to crucify me, I'm going to do it my way. I got to do it my way this year. So far, he has done it his way. Yes, sir. You got to get to Coach Prime. He's done it his way. Everything that he's doing right now, he's doing it his way. He hit the transfer portal. He went out and got some players that he said that he needed. He identified that defensive line and the offensive line and said, hey, this ain't getting it. I got to go in that transfer portal to give my quarterback, his son, should do a better chance of succeeding, and that's by upgrading the offensive line. Well, the first thing he did was he replaced his coordinators, offensive coordinator. He went from Sean Lewis to Pat Sherman. Now, Pat Sherman was an analyst on the team last year, and when that ordeal went down with Coach Prime and Sean Lewis, he let Pat Sherman be the offensive coordinator and Sean Lewis stay on the sideline to relay the plays to the players because that's the system they used to and they don't practice all season to learn. So that's what Coach Prime did, that's who he really wanted to be the offensive coordinator. Remember now that the AD for Colorado interviewed Sean Lewis for the head coaching job. I guess he impressed him, but he know he couldn't move the needle like Coach Prime had, and they hired Coach Prime. But the AD suggested to Coach Prime to let Sean Lewis be your offensive coordinator. Coach Prime went along with that because you remember he was still at Jackson State trying to get his team ready for that bowl game. Hey, if you're tuning in, subscribe to my channel. I need 50 y'all to subscribe if you don't mind. Please do that for me. I appreciate that. So he let Sean Lewis stay on the coaching staff, which I expect that he should have got rid of. Just let him went on. There wasn't no help. There wasn't no benefit from it. But he knew the plays, and that's the offense they were running. So he let him stay on because remember, I rewatched Stephen A. Smith podcast when he had Coach Prime on, and Coach Prime, he didn't call no name. He said, I should not have let Coach Lewis stay on because he was around the players, because he was doing some things, I guess. Coach Lewis already had a job, and he wasn't getting the attention that Shedeur and Coach Prime was getting in the media because that's his offense they were running. Yeah, that's the offense they was running. They was running Coach Lewis offense, but Coach Lewis wasn't getting the credit, and it caused a little friction between him and Shedeur. So you already know that Shedeur, that's his dad. So he went to him and told him, hey, Coach Lewis ain't telling me what I'm saying, because you remember in the Super Bowl, Shedeur went for an interview with Cam Newton. He said, man, really what happened was we just didn't have the dogs, and the receivers, they were running option routes. I ain't never heard of that option route. When a quarterback drop back and pass, the receiver supposed to read the defense, and the quarterback supposed to read the defense too. Maybe the receivers read the wrong defense. That's why they ran the option route, and that's why Shedeur felt like it didn't work for him. That's why he said he kept holding the ball so long. Go back and look at the interview he had with Cam Newton. He said that's why I was getting those sacks. Mostly, well, we realized that wasn't the case either because the offensive line also. But he said he was holding the ball too long because the receiver had the chance to run the option route. But with Pat Sherman, there ain't no option route. You run the play that he called, and the quarterback will know where you're supposed to be because whenever a quarterback drop back to pass, 1,001, 1,002. If he run a dig route, right, 10 yards down the field, dig it out, that ball should be, before he even make his break, that ball should be in the air on his way. And when he trying to make that break, that ball should be right there. So that's the adjustment I'm looking for to see is Pat Sherman and Shadur on the same page to do. That will make the offense better and make it click. So we're going to see what this offense is going to do. While you're here, subscribe to the channel for you. Hit the like button. I appreciate that. So we're looking for to see what they going to do on this offensive side of the ball this year. And on the defensive side, well, we got a rookie offensive coordinator. It is like it is, man. I don't think he was Coach Prime first choice. I know he was. Coach Prime really wanted Mike Zimmer. He wanted Mike Zimmer, but Mike Zimmer was holding out and waiting. Coach Prime already said he knew Zimmer had a coordinator interview, and it came out last week. The interview was with the Dallas Cowboys, and they ended up hiring Mike Zimmer as the defensive coordinator because that's who Coach Prime really wanted. But when he got hired, when he found out he was getting interviewed and got hired, I guarantee this what happened. He called Coach Prime and recommended that Robert Levinson be his defensive coordinator. He thought this guy was the person for the job. He did. I guarantee that's what happened. So that's why he brought him on, and we're going to see what this defensive coordinator going to do. We got to give him benefit of the doubt because Coach Prime done hired him. Can't take him back. Can't take him back. Can't take him back. So also, we have found out, I found out about 2 or 3 days ago, Coach Prime has brought on another defensive lineman coach, Deion Lewis. Go do your research. Deion Lewis from Miami, Florida. He was a defensive tiger at Houston, Texas, and the New England Patriots. And he's from Miami, Florida. We all know Coach Prime want to recruit from where? Miami, Florida. He want them Florida boys to come on up to Colorado, and he gonna play a key role in that. And also, the offensive line coach, Phil Loho. It's Phil Loho's job to get this offensive line ready. Yeah, it's his job to get them ready. People like Jordan Seaton, he's a rookie. He expecting this guy to work with Jordan Seaton to get him ready, to be the dog and the hog that he's going to be for Colorado this year. It's his responsibility to get him ready, and I'm sure he's going to get him ready. You got Tyler Johnson, you got Justin Myers, you got Yakira Walker, all of them going to be on the offensive line, and one of the best offensive line we're going to have to keep our eye on is Caleb Benson. He will be the captain on the offensive side of the ball. I promise you that. I know that. And the other coach that been with Coach Prime for a while, Brent Baltimore. He's the wide receiver and tight end coach. He was a wide receiver at Washington State under Mike Leach, and he was the quarterback coach at Nevada. And he also was the quarterback coach down there at Jackson State with Coach Prime. So we're going to see what he brings to the table. I think they got Kevin Mathis. He's back from Jackson State. He played in the NFL also. He played with the Dallas Cowboys, New Orleans Saints, and Atlanta Falcons, which Coach Prime back in '87. They got Coach Sal. You know Coach Sal. He ain't went nowhere. He's going to be he's an important part of that defense. And I think he was defensive line coach. You know, he's been with Carolina Panthers. He's been with the Oakland Raiders. And who else they bringing back? Destin Danson. Destin Danson is a former HBCU head coach. And Coach Prime has brought him along. And he coaching the linebackers. And also the wide receiver coach, Jason Phillips. Jason Phillips worked with Coach Prime back there when he was playing with the Atlanta Falcons. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel if you don't mind. So we're looking for to see what Coach Prime gonna do this year. I'm very excited. I believe he gonna do what he said he gonna do this year. I'm telling you, when he got bumped 2 times by Washington State and Oregon, he told us, you better get me now. because next year we won't be like this. And I don't think they're going to be like they were last year. A lot of people saying they don't think Coach Prime in Colorado don't win no more than 6 games. Man, let me tell you something. Coach Prime come out there winning 6 games this year. Man, they need to shut it down. Go on somewhere. Yeah, I'm serious, man. But I don't think that's what the case going to be because I'm rooting for him. I believe he has put together a team better than last year. I think this team gonna go 10-2, y'all. I'm serious. I'm serious. If Coach Prime can take care, get him a middle linebacker and another defensive tiger, man, they got a chance to run the table in that division. The Big 12 is not what it used to be. They used to have Texas and Oklahoma to run roughshod all over the Big 12. But guess what? They gone now. They went to the SEC. So it's wide open. Only teams over there that going to give a little pushback is Utah, Oklahoma State, Kansas, and Kansas State. That's it. That's it, y'all. That's it. You don't think Coach Prime can beat them teams? Come on, y'all. They got a better team this year. They have a better team this year. And I think they're going to win a lot of games this year. They getting ready. Coach Prime on this game this year. You know Coach Prime, he kind of laid back right now. He ain't hardly saying that. You don't hardly see him out there on the video on Well Off. He ain't hardly saying that. But that one time he got on Shiloh. That's it. Told Shiloh, get out the field. That's about the only time you on it. Coach Prime working, man. He putting that strategy together. I'm telling you. And also, you got to realize what he's going through physically. Man had 2 toes cut off. He went on Stephen RG3 show and said, hey, man, I was taking 30 pills a day. And now he down to 7. Man, that's a lot for a person to go through. A lot. And he's still doing what he's doing, man. I'm rooting for the guy. I am. I've been rooting for him ever since I seen him been on the scene for the Florida State. I've been rooting for him. He had my attention ever since then. And I am rooting for Coach Prime. But we looking for big things from him. He said, you better get me now. And he's still out there recruiting. He out there saying, I ain't hard to find. So you're a player that played on UCLA, Washington, Alabama. What else other team out there? Who else out there? Somebody just left. What other team out there? Hit that transfer portal. Oh, yeah. The team that's Michigan. I think they're looking at a safety from Michigan also. Hey, if you need a place to go and you worry about your NFL career, go to Colorado where you can be put on tape and people going to see you because the spotlight is going to be on Coach Prime. If the spotlight is on Coach Prime and those 2 coordinators, guess what? The spotlight going to be on you also. Because you out there performing. It's up to you, the players, to make Coach Prime look good. You got to give that effort, but Coach Prime and his coaching staff, offense coordinator, defense coordinator, must prepare you and put you in a better place to succeed this year than they were last year. They got to. Yeah. All out. Tupac, the rapper, Tupac, hey, he got a song that said, all eyes on me. Yeah, so all eyes are on you, them coordinators. If they do good, y'all gonna get praised. If they do bad, man, they gonna drag you through the mud. They are. They really are. So that's why I think it's a different vibe up there. As you can see, Bucky, if you look at his videos and Well Off Media, you can see the camaraderie and atmosphere that they got up there. Them guys want to win, man. You heard, what's his name? Which one name? Hold on. Justin Myers. Yeah, you go watch that video. Justin Myers told one of the players that was there last year, man, you don't stop till I come over there and knock one of them plaques out your head, them braids out your head. And one of the coaches was standing back and said, boy, I can't wait to spring practice come. They put on these pads, boy. There's going to be a couple fights out there, y'all. Oh, yeah, they going to get Coach. Oh, yeah, they going to get him there. Oh, yes. And another thing, they're not going to let nobody mess with Shadua, and they're not going to let nobody mess with Jordan C. They not. They protected them two there. They the future. They depending on them because they are the key to them having success this year. Shadur got the ball out this year, y'all. He got the ball out this year. He even got to do better this year than he did last year. Yeah, he got to perform because he's going to be on a big stage and everybody's going to be looking at it. Only thing I hope Shadur don't start this showing that watch stuff. That putting a target on your back and the rest of the players' back. Be like Travis. Travis just get out there and ball. Travis Hunter, he just get out there and ball and do his thing. He ain't worrying about flashing. He don't even flash on well off me. I don't do your own jewelry. I ain't never seen him with a pair of jewelry, anything jewelry on. He just balling and enjoying life and got married and enjoying his family. That's a young man. That's a respectable, responsibility young man. He's a role model. That's why this dude, you keep thinking Shadur gonna be number one. He ain't. Travis Hunter gonna be the first player picked in the NFL draft. NFL scouts, NFL owners are watching Colorado too. They watching Travis Hunter. Even though Shadur got the biggest NIL deal than Travis, but that company that invests in Travis, they believe in him. They know he ain't gonna go out there in the street and do all kind of stuff and wreck their company reputation. They just know it not. Shadur ain't either. So that's why these companies are investing in them, and that's why I guess they do. That's what they're doing. That's what Shadur doing with his money. He's buying luxury cars and buying jewelry. I guess he don't have nothing else to do with the money. But hey, that's him. I ain't gonna knock him for that. That's the way this new generation is going. But we're looking for big things from Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffalo this year. Coach Prime said, hey, you better get me now because next year you ain't going to be able to get me. Just like they did in Jackson State. They had a slow first year. Second year, they got that thing turning. And the third year, we already know. They won them the two WAC conference back to back. And I think the same thing going to happen this year. They're going to win the Big 12 this year, and they're going to win the Big 12 next year. That's what I expect to happen, and that's what I'm looking for to happen. They got a good offensive line. They got one of the best offensive line in the country on paper so far, to me. They do. They really do. They got Caleb Benson from Indiana. They got Yakira Walker, who's going to be the center from Connecticut. They got Justin Myers from Houston. They got, who's the other guy? Tyler Johnson from Houston. They going to be good, and they going to start. And they got Jordan Seaton from IMG, the number one offensive tackle out of high school. They're going to come together. They're already bonding with each other. They're already getting along, and they're going to protect the quarterback this year. You heard what he said in the video. So they was out when they came up to recruit, to get recruited from Coach Prime. They went out that night, and somebody came up to Shadur talking about Coach Prime and said, them boys, they jumped right in there. They didn't give Shadur a chance to say nothing. Said all of them that jumped in there and said, hey, we ain't having that over here. Caleb Benson and Justin Myers said, hey, we ain't having this over here, man. Not this year. You need somebody like that. You know when Travis Hunter got hurt on that sideline over there and they hit him late. That tell you what happened on the inside of the team right there. That all tell you something right there. They went together. Did nobody come to his defense but Shadur. Nobody. Neither play. Even the coaches over there. They was at point, they want a flag. Oh man, that's your star player. You should have been upset. You should be ready to fight. That's your brother. I am my brother's keeper mentality. Bet that won't happen this year. I bet you that won't happen this year. No, sir. But I wish Coach Prime can go out and recruit those two brothers from UCLA. Them two brothers, they call, boy, they raised, man, they raised some hectic when they played Colorado, boy. They couldn't be stopped. One was a defensive end and the other was a linebacker. And they brought that pain, boy. What? That can you imagine that defense had them two? And the other player, it's another player. He played on Colorado State. You remember number 0 on that end that kept rushing and got kicked out of the game because he hit Shadua and drove him down in the ground. Oh, that bad boy had to play that whole game. Colorado would have won that game. They would have. Because he would get to the quarterback every play. Shadua had to look out for that number 0 every play. I was watching game, y'all. I know what's going on. They couldn't block him. Savion Washington, he was playing that right tiger, right? He couldn't block that number 0 for Colorado State. He wasn't quick enough. He was big. See, Savion Washington, even though he's 6'9" and 300 pounds, but he's straight up. He ain't wide. He ain't built low to the ground. He can't move them big 17 feet, man. When you playing that tiger on the left side and the right side, you got to have good feet work for pass rushing. So he won't be able to get up under your pad. That's what I like about Jordan Seaton. He got good feet work and he got good hands. Same thing about Caleb Benson. Caleb Benson didn't give up one sack the whole year last year at Indiana. Only thing Jordan Seaton got to work on is get his upper body strength ready. That's it. Get his upper body strength ready. He's still young. This is going to be his first year. He never played in a college atmosphere before. It's going to be something different for him. But I think around about that third game, he's going to be right. He's going to be right. I ain't worried about Jordan Seaton. He's going to struggle the first 2 games, maybe the third game. But around that third and fourth and fifth game, he's going to sink in. And when he sink in, he's going to dominate. He's going to dominate, man. Well-mannered. No, look like he focused. He know what the task is to be a young man, and it looked like his parents trained him right. Look like that. He looked like that. I think he's that guy. I really do. So we're looking for big things from Colorado and Coach Prime this year. I just want to jump on before I go to church and let you know that Coach Prime said you better get him now, because if you don't get him now, you ain't going to be able to get him next year, because I have identified and I know what I need and know who I want, and I'm going to get what I need and I'm going to get what I want. Well, that thing works 2 ways. Even though it's the person that you want, that person got to want you too. And it looked like the players wanted to come to play for Coach Prime. They see what type of person he is, and they wanted to come to play with Shadua and Travis Hunter. That's what got them to come to Colorado. They want to play for Coach Prime also. They want to play with Shadua, and they want to play with Travis and Shiloh. They wanted to. They friends, man. Them guys on TikTok, they on Instagram together, they messing together. Hey, man, can you tell your dad, get me a scholarship? Hey, man, we need you, man. That's how they were going. That's what's going on behind the scenes that people don't talk about. Coach Prime ain't go to nobody's house. Coach Prime was on Stephen A. Smith's podcast and said, hey, if you come to Colorado, 95% you're going to commit. And that's what happened. They wanted to go there. They wanted to be there in Colorado. Can you imagine a guy 18 years old down there in Florida, Sunshine State, got Miami Beach, Florida Beach, all them beaches and water, warm weather. You think they want to leave that and go to Colorado? All that snow and cold. They wanted to be there. They wanted to go. So that's a good thing when somebody want to play for you. That means they out there. Now you got some players out there, they just for the shine. They just for the glamour. They ain't worrying about, they know they ain't going to the NFL. They just out there for them clicks. They are in attention that Coach Prime gonna bring, man. He gonna bring it to them. And that's what they out there for. Some of them is, them the ones ain't gonna play. Not this year. You watch and see. Them the ones that not, I heard they don't got rid of one of them. They don't got rid of somebody, a wide receiver or a defensive back. I forgot what his name, but I heard they don't got rid of one. Ain't gonna be some more they gonna get rid of. Watch and see. They ain't playing this year. This is a year expectation call. Everybody looking at it. Coach Prime know he can't go 4-8 this year. Matter of fact, even though y'all saying 6 games is a success, Coach Prime know he can't go 6-6 this year. Coach Prime is a winner, man. He been winning all his life. Follow his career. He been winning. What make you think he gonna settle for a 6-6 season? He got to get his team ready this year. That's why he low key. That's why he low key. He can't produce what he produced last year, y'all. Coach Prime ain't crazy. Coach Prime getting ready. He getting ready for war. He getting ready. He getting ready for the players, the coaches, the opposition, and them haters out there. Because you know they coming when they lose. Because it's a key that they start off good. They got to have a fast start this year. They got to have a fast start this year. And if they get on the road and stay one game at a time, focus, they can accomplish what they need to accomplish. I'm just a firm believer. I believe in this team. I believe in Coach Prime vision. I like the way he did things. He did things first year. He just did it on the fly. Just hope it stick, because he didn't have time to get down in it, roll up his sleeve to get in it, to get the players that he really want. He didn't have time because he still had a commitment for Jackson State, and he kept his promise to them. He stayed there to the end to see him through. But now he got his hand and his feet in here. He in the mud with you, as the young folks say. He getting out the mud this year. So that's how I believe they're going to succeed this year, because Coach Prime got his hands on him. He got to be more involved. Now, when the game starts, the game time decision, if he see things ain't going right, Coach Prime got to call times out. They got to make adjustment. They didn't make no adjustment coming out of halftime last year, or no game that they were losing. The offensive coordinator didn't make no adjustment. That was Sean Lewis and Charles Kelly. Charles Kelly act like he ain't never seen a football field before. Man, he was out there screaming and hollering, veins coming out his head. I don't know if it was him or the coaches on the defensive staff. I don't know what was going on. He didn't know what was going on. Every time you turn around, referee, too many men on the field. Every time you turn around, too many men on the field to be on the defensive side. Come on, man. I went through spring training and spring practice. We don't play several games and you don't know who's supposed to be out there at what play that you call. Miscommunication is going on. That's what it was. They weren't on the same page last year. And something happened in the locker room. How you gonna start out 3-0, then don't win but one more game after all them games? Something happened, man. Shador wasn't getting sacked like he was on the first 3 games. Just one. I didn't see that. So that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm gonna be looking for. I'm excited about this year. I'm looking for big things out of Colorado. I'm putting the Big 12 on notice. I'm telling you right now that they coming to play this year, and I think they're gonna come out the gate fast. I really do. I'll be up there for the spring training game, and I'm gonna try to make the first home game. So I'm looking forward. I really want to see who's gonna be that opposite side defensive back of Travis Hunt, cornerback. Who gonna get that position? A lot of people can't say Kamani McClain gonna get it. I'm hoping he get it, but I just want to see. I believe they need somebody, a veteran. I believe they need somebody who don't got some playing experience, who been there, who been over there before. That's what I'm looking for. But if McClain come out and win, he just win. I hope he can stand up. I think he just needs a little bit more body weight. And also, I'm looking forward to see who's going to be that slot receiver. I know Jimmy Horn going to start it off, but in the middle of the pack, when it get down and crucial, who's going to be on the field at that slot position? Is it going to be Jimmy Horn Jr.? Or is it going to be LaJohntay Webster? Who's going to be it? Coach Prime got a decision to make. Pat Sherman got some decision to make. But I'm telling you, Mark these words and hear me now. Keep your eye on one player. He's in high school right now, but you keep your eye on this player right here. Cam McHale out of Statesboro, Georgia. My homeboy. Keep your eyes on. He gonna get some playing time. Go watch the video. I think if he ain't the fastest person gonna be on this team, damn it, he's gonna be a close second. I'm standing on that. As the young folks say, stand on it, Bernard. I'm standing on it. Cam McHale, it's gonna be hard for Coach Prime to keep him off the field. It's gonna be hard. He's gonna be a kickoff return and a punt returner, but I'm talking about on the offensive side of the ball. It's gonna be hard to keep Cam off that field, y'all. Go watch the video. You ain't gotta agree with me. You ain't gotta agree with me. I know they got Traylon Miller coming in too. That's another player that got a future. He got a future in football, whether he stay at Colorado or not. Because Coach Prime after spring practice, he gonna lose 2 wide receivers. He gonna lose 2 because you just don't have enough positions and enough balls for these guys. His offensive wide receiver room, it's loaded, it's crowded. It's talent everywhere. Each one of them can play. Each one of them can play. But I'm hoping and praying that Omar Miller come around this year. He had one good game against USC. He did good. He showed promising. When Travis stepped in for Travis, I'm looking for him to have a big year this year too. I'm sure he got his confidence up. He know how the college game go. He done been around it now. This year should be a blast for him. I'm looking forward to that. I really am. But I got to get out of here. I thank y'all for tuning in. I'll be back again probably tonight at 8 o'clock. I hope to tune in. But once again, thank y'all for tuning in and watching Sports Talk with B. Watts Entertainment. I'm your host, Bernard Watts. May God continue to bless you as well as your entire family. And you have a blessed day today. I really hope you do. And don't forget, Coach Prime said, you better get me now. Because this year, you ain't going to be able to get me. And to all those recruits out there, I ain't hard to find. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Peace, y'all. Be good. All right? Y'all be good out there.